So, you bought yourself a shiny new house a few years ago, and the developers and everyone said, here, take this free money. It's called Help to Buy, and it'll mean that you've got a nice big deposit and a nice low mortgage. Well, they were absolutely right for the first few years, weren't they? But now, time is getting on, and we need to think about what to do with this Help to Buy. Now, there's something really important that you need to know about your Help to Buy loan and when is best to repay it. So, I've got all of the information you need to know coming up. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Adam. I'm an expert mortgage broker, and actually over the last couple of years I've become a bit of an expert on how to repay your Help to Buy loan. Now this is a really important stage of when you bought your property with Help to Buy. This is a really important point in time to get to. So there's lots of things we need to know. So if you find today's video useful, as always, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel because there's loads more content coming for you over the next few weeks and months. Now it's also really important that you watch this video to the end because I'm going to go through the whole process for you with how to pay off your Help to Buy, and what to do, what to look out for, and what not to do as well, and all the intricacies of how it all fits together. It's a little bit of a complicated process, so it's really important that you get it right from the very start. So grab yourself a cup of tea or something and listen to the whole video, and let's get going. Okay, so the first thing we need to think about is how much we need to pay back to Help to Buy. Now you might think, oh well, I borrowed £100,000, that's how much I need to pay back. It's absolutely not right. So you borrowed 20% of your property value. In fact, if you're in London, you could have borrowed up to 40% of your property value. Now, it's that same percentage that you need to repay. So if your house was worth, let's say, 300,000 and you borrowed £60,000 from Help to Buy, that's great. But if your house is now worth £400,000 because a few years have passed and the house prices have gone up quite a lot lately, 20% of that property price is now £80,000. So it's a £20,000 increase. Now, you know, whether your developer or your builder or anyone told you about that in the first place, I don't know. I've heard lots of horror stories over the last few years of people being completely unaware that they had to repay that extra amount because house prices have gone up in the last few years. So that means that people are having to pay back more than they borrowed. So this is a really important fact that we need to pay back 20% of the current house value. Doesn't matter what you bought the house for, that's been and gone. It's 20% of the current house price, or 40% if you're in London. But there are a few little things, sneaky little things we can do to make sure that you don't have to pay back too much for your Help to Buy, and you can pay it back for as little as possible. So stick with me because I'm going to go through the process with you. The first thing we need to do is kind of work out your affordability. So this will be a quick chat with us too, or any broker obviously, but this is a quick chat to work out how much you can borrow. So for this, there's loads of videos on this on the channel that you can go and look at if you want to, but we're going to look at your income, how it's made up, whether you're employed or self-employed, and what sort of income you've got, and your outgoings, so your loans, debts, credit cards, that sort of thing, whether you've got children, all of that sort of stuff that goes together to work out how much you can borrow, because we want to know that we can borrow enough to repay your current mortgage and then your Help to Buy loan as well. So then the next stage of the process is a little bit more formal. Now Help to Buy have a form that you need to fill in. So if you just Google pay off Help to Buy, I'll pop a link in the description to the form, and it's a form that you download from HMRC website, and it's a fairly simple form of who you are and your Help to Buy details, and then we're paying it off. Then we need a valuation. Now the valuation for Help to Buy, first point we need to think about, that only lasts 3 months. So lately we've been trying to encourage people to start their remortgage process 6 months in advance because rates are going up and down at the moment. On the whole, mostly down, but they're fluctuating. So we're trying to get this process started early. So what we found lately is if we kind of work out this value, this rough value for ourselves now, we do the mortgage application so that it's in and sorted, and then when we get to 3 months before your current mortgage end date, that's when we'll then do the the Help to Buy valuation. So we need this valuation then. We need a Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors valuer to come to your property. Now, we have a system that we can pretty much wherever you are in the UK, we can find a surveyor to do a Help to Buy valuation. You might know someone as well locally. Some estate agents have, valuers and things on site. So between us, we'll find a valuer. And there's a really, really important thing here. The valuer needs to know that it's to repay or Help to Buy loan. What we do need is for this valuer, this hopefully friendly local valuer, to give us a nice low valuation, because the less your house is valued at, the less it's worth, the less money we need to repay to Help to Buy. Now, don't worry, this isn't what you would sell your house for. This is just a valuation for Help to Buy. So we need this local surveyor to give us as low a valuation as possible, and that's going to mean that we need to pay back as little as possible to Help to Buy. So then, once we've got our valuation from our valuer, they'll give you a figure. We can then work out how much we need to repay Help to Buy. So once we've got that value figure from the surveyor, we can then work out 20% of the value of the property. Now, then we need to add that amount, that figure, onto your current mortgage balance. So then we'll work out how much you owe your current mortgage lender, and then we'll add on the amount that we need for Help to Buy. Now, sometimes we've got some savings to factor in as well. So if you've got some savings to put in, that's great, because that means we need to borrow less from Help to Buy, or it could be money from anywhere. If you've got family money or an inheritance or something like that to put into the mix as well. That all goes into the equation. So it doesn't matter where it comes from necessarily at this stage. We just need to know that we've got enough money to pay off the current mortgage and the Help to Buy figure, so the 20% of the current property. So then what we do is we go to a new mortgage lender. So we're going to look at who is going to be best for us. Now, not all mortgage lenders will be suitable for doing this type of application, repaying a Help to Buy. So it's important to choose the right lender. There's plenty of choice, plenty to go to, but we'll choose the right lender, and that will be linked to your affordability that we looked at earlier, but also lenders' criteria and things that we need to factor in. So we're going to go to the right lender, and we're going to borrow enough to pay off the current mortgage and the Help to Buy. So the mortgage application goes in. Now, as part of that mortgage application process, we need to give them a figure for how much your property is worth. Now, we've already got a valuation for Help to Buy, but it doesn't have to be the same valuation. And so our mortgage valuation does not have to be the same figure. They are the two completely separate valuations, two separate things. The two will never meet, they'll never talk to each other. So we don't have to use the same valuation. So when we apply to the new mortgage lender, they're going to send a surveyor, a different surveyor, to your property to do another valuation. And as long as we're sort of similar to the first one, then that's normally okay, it should be fine. So we'll get the new mortgage lender doing their valuation. So they're going to value your property. Then the two come together. The new mortgage lender gives us a mortgage offer, and we instruct a solicitor as well. So we'll have done that kind of as once we know the mortgage lender, we know whether we're going to get a free solicitor or it'll be our own solicitor. But either way, it doesn't normally cost you anything. So we get that solicitor, we put their details on the Help to Buy form, and we send that in. And the solicitor then will liaise between Help to Buy and the mortgage lenders. They'll get the money from the new lender. They'll pay off the old lender, they'll pay off Help to Buy, and then that's it. Then you're left with a fresh new mortgage. So if you want to know about that process for you, just get in touch. So I'll drop a link to our website in the description. I'll also drop a link to just book a free call with us, so you can book a call with us in our diary straight away. It's no obligation, it's completely free. You can chat to us about your Help to Buy and whether you want to pay it off now or in the future, whether you can or not as well. That's also a factor, obviously. So hopefully you'll be in touch very soon. If not, I'll see you on the next video in the next week or so. Take care.